morning to all. So today we are going to discuss about a topic that was animal biotechnology. So the types of cloning was completed in our yesterday class. That was about the types of cloning, gene cloning, cell cloning, animal cloning was completed in our previous class. So today we move on to discuss about the equipments used inside the animal cloning. Equipments used in animal cloning. See this. So these are the equipments which are helpful and which are used inside the animal cell cloning. So animal cell cloning was first that was mainly takes place inside the so at the time of main specific labs that should be takes place and the lab should be so different types of the equipments are needed for the animal cloning. So inside the animal cloning first what happens is the DNA structure, the genetic structure of another organism that was collected. Those DNA or the genetic material of contained nucleus was inserted into the cell of the recipient from the donor. Those was collected and inserted into the recipient. So by the effect of that, those are going to be fused. So that should be occurred internally. That was externally in vitro process. So mainly inside the laboratories. So by the effect of that fusion of that, what happens is finally that was going to be that was a zygote was formed. That should be undergoes a number of the divisions and that was finally converted to a as an organism. That was a zygote embryo. Those embryo was going to be furtherly implanted into the that was another mother's uterus, that was a foster mother and a surrogate mother. Then only the development of the particular animal was should be going to be cloned. The clone and the cloned animal, the animal should be going to be produced. The cloning organism was going to be produced with the help of these animal cloning. By this method, different types of the animals should be going to be prepared and formed in previously. Those are the sheep and also to the mainly the purpose of wanted characters organisms like the cows are mainly for the purpose of the milk ejection. The quantity of the milk was going to be increased. So those are collected. The increased productivity of milk, so the type of gene was going to be collected and inserted into the other organism. Then the developed organism, the developed animal was give so more milk. That was more milk was secreted from that animal. So that is the importance of the cloning. Not only further for the purpose of the meat, for the purpose of the flesh of the organism, also the quantity of the meat was for the production of the quantity of meat, and the sheep was purpose of the wool. So the quantity of the wool that was helpful for the textile industry. That was the increased productivity of the main so a specific quantity of quality of wool production of and high amount of the wool. So that was the gene was going to be collected and that was going to be isolated and purified. It was inserted into the another fused and inserted into the another organisms body. Then only what happens is a particular organism was going to be developed by the effect of these cloning. So inside for the purpose of those animal cloning, specific instruments are going to be used. So those instruments are see here, biosafety cabinet or a laminar airflow. It should be represented like this. It was a completely, so it was mainly presented it represented like this. So inside the cavity was presented here. It was the chamber totally. Here the filters are presented. Those filters are nothing but HEPA filters. HEPA filters means high efficiency particulate air. High efficiency particulate air. So HEPA filters are presented here the area. Those HEPA filters are presented. So those HEPA filters are by the presence of these filters, these biosafety cabinet was three types. Those are BSC1, BSC2, BSC3. So these biosafety cabinet 1, so in these it was accuracy and the sterilization capacity goes up to only 95% and 90%. And inside the 3, inside the type 2 HEPA filters are having the capacity up to 95%. But the third one, those are the BSC3, biosafety cabinet 3. So these may possess up to the 99.5% of accuracy and 99.5% of suppose radiation means radioactive, and that much of sterilization also there. So this much of sterilization that should be presented inside the biosafety cabinet 3 type 3 HEPA filters. These are related to these HEPA filters. These are presented in so here the top position, the instrument should be like this, presented like this. So here the HEPA filters are there. These filters are mainly helpful for so these can prevent the contamination of the harmful substances like the fungus, harmful substances like the bacteria, and also to the virus. So inside the process of the cultured media was placed inside these chamber. So that was going to be protected mainly from the harmful substances. So the type of safety was presented in these instrument. So that was mainly the UV rays are always transported into HEPA through these filters. So those UV rays are always transported so through this chamber inside into that was the culturing of any other organism or any other cell or any other one. and those are sometimes the harmful bacteria, viruses are also going to be cultured sometimes. Why? Because so their the disease condition and so for the preparation of the vaccine against the particular harmful substance, harmful virus or bacteria are also going to be as a cultured in these instrument. At that time, the operator was going to operate those harmful substances. Like the main example that was taught, the corona. So the corona vaccine, before the preparation of the corona vaccine, so those are going to be cultured inside the media for the preparation of the vaccine. So at the time of culturing of those harmful coronavirus, that was going to be contaminate the operator also. So to prevent that problem, these laminar airflow was going to be prevent the contamination to the operator. So that much of facility was there inside these instrument. That was a biosafety cabinet or laminar airflow. That was considered as a biosafety cabinet or laminar airflow. That should be represented like this. So it was a stand-like position here at the basal region, and the top position it was filters are there, and the middle also the chamber is presented. The chamber was helpful for the culturing the media, any other cells, any other harmful substances or any other, and so it was a very biosafety, means it was the safest chamber for the culturing of any other cell at the time of animal cloning. So it was the first instrument that would be possess these much of HEPA filters. Those filters capacity was variated. The type 1 filters up to accuracy and safety up to 20%, 90% only. The type 2 BSC nothing but biosafety cabinet. So those possess the HEPA filters. Those filters type 2 was up to 95% accuracy and safety, and PSC3 that was 99.5%, means more accurate than so more safest than these remaining these two. That was about the biosafety cabinet, and so CO2 incubator may provide the pH density and also to the humidity. So mainly keep the balancing hydrogen ion concentration. It was the pH was maintained, and the humidity, sufficient humidity is also provided inside these incubator. So the incubator, CO2 incubator is also represented like the incubator like chamber. That was represented like this incubator. It may possess so this type of chamber is there. So here are the buttons, operating buttons, and so that was going to be temperature increase on button is there, and the temperature increased or decreased another button is there. So that was mainly inside the so those gaskets are presented, silicon gaskets are presented provided here. So these are chamber like structures. These chambers are going to be so we are going to place any other media or a cultured tray or any other be placed here in these chamber. Inside this chamber it may possess that was a door is presented at the opening area. The door was opened and placed the cultured cells, and their door remained closed, and we on the button should be possess some readings are there. That was adjusted button for mainly temperature. Why? Because incubator is nothing but it can provide the temperature only. So how much of temperature we need, that much of temperature we can able to adjust it here. That was about the CO2 incubator. Incubate means incubate. So incubator is helpful for the incubation of animal cells or any other media. So that may provide a particular humidity and a particular density, and the pH hydrogen ion concentration was also balancing and equally maintained inside this chamber. That was about a CO2 incubator. And next. So now the flow cytometry. So analyzing of animal cells, the characteristics of the cell was characteristics of the cells. to analyze the characters of the cell. So mainly for the purpose of flow stoichiometry is one of the instrument. It may be helpful for the flows are going to be detected and going to be identify the characters, analyze the characters of the cells. So mainly helpful for the function of that was a flow stoichiometry. And cold centrifuge. I think you know very well about the centrifuge. I think so. The centrifuge that was a rotor. That should be contained the rotor mechanism. So the centrifuge tubes are available. So those are centrifuge tubes are after crushing. We want to know the anything that was going to know that was a DNA material going to separate the DNA or any other tissue or any other material that become going to be crushed, and so it was become converted into a solution like movement. Those solution was placed inside the see here the two should be present was represented like this. So here you can able to place so this type of so these are the centrifuge tubes. So those are represented like this. Those are centrifuge tubes. So it was a rotor mechanism. So it was rotated inside this machine. After we on the button, that was that was RPM rate is also presented at the on off button, and RPM rate is also presented. So the RPM was a rotation per minute. Rotation per minute. So these RPM rate is also available here. So those RPM rate was mainly for the rotation per minute. So we can able to rotate how much of actually these were able to set 500, 300, 400 rotation per minute or there. So if these solution was going to be rotated, so time limit is also there, that much of time. After completion of that, we can insert into a solution. The solution was going to be separated into the precipitation and solution. So here solute and solvent are going to be separated here. So the liquid like substance was that was floated on the surface region, and the precipitation was at the bottom of these centrifuge tube, and discard so usage of these solution for we can perform the different types of the experiments. That is mainly for centrifuge. It was a cold centrifuge. It is also for the mainly for centrifuge for the separation of the molecules. The purpose and functioning of the centrifuge is always for the separation of the molecules. So that is also here also the centrifuge was going to separate the molecules, and that was going to be separate the molecule for the solution and solvent was going to be separated with the help of the centrifuge. And the refrigerator, it was nothing but the freezer. It was mainly inside almost all the labs can maintain should be maintained some domestic refrigerators. So those refrigerators are helpful for placing so the cultured media or the cultured cells are going to be in the condition of they are going to be so freezed, and they are going to be placed and protected mainly at a specific temperature. The temperature was up to the refrigerator, and the cells should be needed up to 4 to 8 degrees centigrade, and 2 to 4 or 2 to 6 degrees centigrade temperature. Those cells should be needed. Otherwise, the increased temperature that was going to be damaged cells or any other tissues. That's why the refrigerator should be needed in a small laboratory. But if the laboratory was very large in size, then what happens is that should be needed cold storage rooms. The lab rooms are very larger in size and should be needed very larger. The cold storage rooms are also needed for this. Otherwise, so the domestic refrigerators are enough for the placing of any other cultured media or any other cells inside the refrigerator, and then in between 2 to 6 degrees centigrade temperature, it is enough for the cells may not be going to be damaged, and their structural and functioning may not be going to be so degenerated in this temperature. For the maintaining of cold temperature, and so for to prevent the destruction of cell characteristics, that's why these refrigerators should be needed. And water bath, you know very well about the water bath. That was mainly helpful for the maintaining of equal temperature was maintained with the help of the water bath. So those maintaining of equally, the temperature was maintained equally at that time. mainly. So after the we collect the samples from the refrigerator and directly placed into the water bath, then only then there is no problems are occurred. Why? Because that was going to be tolerated, the temperature was going to be tolerated to the particular samples after the collection of after removed from the refrigerator and placed inside the water bath. So those are equally maintain the temperature for the water bath is used. Mainly the water was placed inside and some gaps are there, and those gaps are helpful for the placing the sample test tubes, and the temperature was maintained inside the water bath, which was 5 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade. It was a boiling temperature of the water. It was equally maintained inside these water bath. And the next one, that was the inverted microscope. So inverted microscope is mainly for the purpose of the source of the light. The light source was mainly eluted with the help of these inverted microscope. So it was somewhat completely variated from the normal microscope. So it was a inverted microscope should be possessed that was the light source was illuminated, and it was also going to be so we can able to collect that, can able to detect the contamination of the sample also. So the sample become contaminated with any other harmful substances like bacteria, virus or any other fungus. Those are such characters are going to be identified and easily recognized with the help of these inverted microscope. That is the speciality of inverted microscope. So it was mainly helpful for the light source was produced, light was illuminated and made the image up to the sample. The sample was placed at the bottom middle of the microscope, and the light was illuminated onto they can place image of the particular sample, and we can able to easily identify so the clear characters of the particular cell, and so any other contaminations are also occurred outside the cell. Those the contamination was also going to be identified with the help of using of these inverted microscope. And next, dissected microscope is also there. So these dissected microscope is mainly helpful for these microscope was going to be cut. That was going to be separate the samples, going to separate the slides, going to separate the cells. So the type of microscope is considered as a dissected microscope here, and a liquid nitrogen container. So it was mainly contained that was a liquid phase and a vapor phase. Means these are liquid nitrogen container may contain two types. Those are the liquid phase, liquid status, and vapor state. Means vapor means the nitrogen was completely those chamber was completely in evaporated condition. The nitrogen was evaporated condition, and here liquid phase it was in liquid state. So it was helpful for, so it was going to protect the cells without damaging. So any damages or cell damages are going to be protected with the help of these liquid nitrogen container. The liquid nitrogen container was going to be protected. So with the help of the liquid nitrogen container was going to be protected with the help of a liquid phase or vapor phase. So that was mainly so these are of liquid nitrogen container, and the next one that was the hemocytometer. The hemocytometer is also there. Those hemocytometer was nothing but it was a Neubauer chamber. So these are Neubauer chamber series. So it was mainly slide-like mechanism. It may possess it resembles like this here. So it should in the middle of these it may contain the chambers, small chambers over there. So these chambers are again divided into so 5 rows and 5 columns over there. So each and every should be possess totally 225 small chambers over there, because each and every small particle is again divided into 5 rows and 5 columns. It may possess a single one may possess the 25 chambers, or there inside the completely 5 rows or 5 chambers, totally 5 are there inside the Neubauer chamber. It is also called as a hemocytometer and a Neubauer chamber. So it was mainly helpful for the the counting of the cells. The cells are going to be counted. The number of the cells are going to be counted with the help of these are Neubauer chamber. The calculation of the cell. The cell are going to be calculated. The number of the cells are going to be calculated with the help of Neubauer chamber. So those cells are going to be mainly these new sample was placed inside so mainly in the middle of this Neubauer chamber, and after placing the sample what happens is so one cover slip was slowly placed on the surface of the sample, then the sample was going to be spread throughout these Neubauer chamber cells. So with the help of the cover slip then so those chambers are now it was placed under the microscope. Now it was helpful for the counting of each and every cell. So those cells are going to be completely distributed throughout these chamber, each and every chamber of the Neubauer chamber. So then what happens is each and every cell going to be counted. That was going to be calculated with the help of these hemocytometer or the Neubauer chamber. Mainly it was also helpful for the counting of that was blood cell counting is also done throughout these Neubauer chamber. So that was that much of helpful for the hemocytometer. That was mainly hemocytometer. And after completion of these, the glassware and plasticware is also there. So those glassware and plasticware are mainly nothing but those are naturally used in each and every equipment, each and every experiment. The glassware should be needed, plasticware should be needed. Those are the pipette and also to the so mainly the pipette and so the beakers, pipettes, and also those are needed for the collection of the sample, for the placing of the sample, for the so the cleaning of the sample. So the beakers are be needed, different types of the beakers are needed, and petri dishes are also needed. That was that much of a glassware also needed for the so any performing of any of the so experiment, mainly the animal cloning. The equipments are mainly included inside those are biosafety cabinet or laminar airflow and CO2 incubator and flow stometry, cold centrifuge, a refrigerator, water bath, inverted microscope, dissected microscope, liquid nitrogen container, hemocytometer, glassware and plasticware. So this much of these are mainly helpful for the so in animal cloning equipments. These are comes under the animal cloning equipments. After completion of this, you are having in your syllabus it was applications inside the cell cloning means so how the cell cloning was used. So what is the purpose of cell cloning? That was mainly applications are nothing but cell cloning was mainly helpful for the stem cell therapy. The stem cell therapy was nowadays it was the experiments was on the way. Those are nothing but so the stem cell or the capturing of the stem cell. So from the developing embryo should be possess the each and every organ stem cell. Those are the precursor cell for the formation of furtherly those such type of organs. Those stem cells are going to be collected and inserted into a person who are suffered from particular so like the diabetics. So diabetes person was suffered mainly from the dysfunctioning of the pancreatic gland. So the stem cells are collected from the pancreatic gland stem cells or from the embryo are collected and those are inserted into the person who are suffered from the diabetes mellitus. So now the person by the effect of those stem cell therapy on those person that was the pancreatic gland was functioned as usually. The disease was going to be cured. So the type of method was stem cell therapy. So mainly that is also one of the usage of applications inside the cell cloning. And not only further the transplantation, organ transplantation was also needed the cell cloning. Why? Because the graft rejection was occurred. Why? Because in the middle of two different persons and so the blood related persons are mainly going to be graft rejected. Transplantation was occurred. Sometimes in different persons also the transplantation should be takes place. So at that time before going to be transplant the organ, the donor tissue was going to be collected and that was become going to be identified with the help of these cell cloning. Then only so those persons cell was matched with the recipient person or not. So that's why the organ plant transplantation also needed for the cloning purpose. That is also one of the application. Applications are nothing but the uses, and also for the different types of the cancers are going to be cured. So that was malignant cancers. Those are the normal cells become cancerous cells. So those cancerous cells are also going to be cured with the help of these cloning mechanism. Why? Because the genetic material was going to be damaged on those cancerous cells. So those are going to be damaged with the help of these cloning mechanism also helpful for the healthiest person. DNA genetic material was so mainly inserted into the particular cancerous patient. Then on those person, those such type of therapy was helpful for the person was completely cured from the particular disease also. So the different types of the cancers are also going to be cured with the help of these. So I am going to stop here. So this was our today's topic. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.